So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. Blade, just like Solly did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it. Hi everyone, Martha here. So, I just got done yesterday. Last night I got done playing Alan Wake 2. I know I didn't do a whole entire walkthrough like I usually do. I know lately I'm not doing finishing walkthroughs because none of you can watch me playing unless I'm cooking, I guess. But because everybody always says my audio is terrible when it comes to playing ones, but I don't know how to make it any better. I'm sorry, okay? I don't. It's just me. I'm doing this all by myself. Everybody else has, other people on YouTube have teams, but it's just me. I'm still learning how to do this. So, I'm sorry if that's how it is. So, I do want to apologize for that. So, but this game, man, I did like parts of it. Like, I mostly like the cutscenes. Parts where, it's actually, the real people. Better than when it's, the people that are talking. So this game has a little bit of, reminding me of other games. Mostly, at Dead of Night, that one game, the hotel. Except for that one has no parts where they use, motion capture. This game does. But I do see, like, since both of them have games have to do with, people, real people in them. So it reminds me of. And the fact they're both horror games. So, yeah. One reason I don't play in front of you guys, because I kept on getting lost in the middle of it. I had to keep going to YouTube to asking for help. During pretty much every single time I played, I had to do that. So it's a little bit confusing, and that's gonna go against the score. So what? I've never played the first game. I need to go play the first game, because maybe that's why I was so lost, because I didn't play the first game. Only reason I was just gonna watch somebody play this game until I saw that scene at the Game Awards where they showed a dance sequence, and I wanted to play for that dance, that musical part. So I did, and I did like that part. That part was a little bit too hard. Maybe I should have just done this whole entire game and story. I had to change difficulty because this game got too hard for me, and I hate doing that. I like somewhat of a challenge, but the normal was being too hard on me. So, and I hate how easier you get lost on the maps. So, what is this game about? This game is about a girl named Saga and Casey. Two detectives are going on to find a cop who was killed after he got done skinny dipping, Nightingale. And they're at a town where they celebrate Deerfest, and there's all these commercials of these guys selling stuff, and these guys end up being the ones who actually are running the cult of the tree. But they were just mostly, I guess, they were not really the bad guys, but they were trying to help, trying to keep safe from the Taken, because the Takens are the ones who really are the bad guys, even though at the end you still kill guys running around with deer tree. tree mask. And after, so, and when you get to finding Alan, Alan's parts are just mostly him already having a story written, and him like talking to a guy on a talk show host. That's the guy. That's Martian Manhunter from Supergirl. It's nice to see him again. I did not know he could sing. So, because he sings, and then we see the people who also sing as old men in the future at a nursing home. And I like the fact that they called their. I found it took me a while to get the joke. Like their whole entire name is a. And they continue doing the joke the entire time. They have northern mythology in here a little bit because we have Thor and Odin, but I think they're just crazy old guys. We first find out their names are. And you figure out later on, oh, these are the same people that were working with Door in the Alan Wake section, except for they're younger. So, and they're the ones reforming. And then they help us. And they reform during the the second to last, or the third fight to the end. So they formed to that. I had to put that in pen here. Well, we can talk long enough today. I can show you guys some of my fighting. So that's mainly, and I don't like most of the scares in here are jump scares. You don't know when it's gonna come, but that's most of the scares. And that's basically it for the one. But I did like, and so after you get back to the morgue, the guy comes to life. And goes after you, and your first boss fight is fighting against Nightingale. And then you suddenly figure out that only one that is talking sense. Even eventually, Casey starts going along with the story. That everybody thinks that Saga's daughter Logan is dead and died by drowning. But she keeps on saying, no, my daughter's alive. She's at home watching, like, a version of, like, a show that kind of reminds me of the X-Files. So, that's called Night Spring. And we find out, Alan Wake has a wife who's a photographer. And apparently, the bad guy version of him, Scratch, might have made her, drove her crazy and made her make suicide. But it's like the dad part of him made her. But you find out at the very end that she might be still alive. So, because when it comes to the dark portal part, which most of it looks very similar, we have like 3 parts you have to go through. You have the subway, the hotel, and the movie theater. So, I don't know. I think out of all of them, even though it's so much reminds me of The Shining, I do like the movie theater part too. So I would have to say the movie theater, the hotel, and the subway are the ones I would say for Alan Wake are my favorite order. And then we have, for Saga, I like Coffee World, Bright Falls, and the Forest are the ones there. Because when I heard there's a world called Coffee World, I was like, how much coffee is there, and how much caffeine can you drink? So, like, I want to go to Coffee World. I have to do this joke. Okay. I want some coffee! So, they're like doing a festival down in Bright Falls, at Deer Fest. And there's also the waitress there who actually thinks that she's actually getting help from Alan Wake. but I guess she's not, because near the end of the movie, he's confused when he meets her. She works like in a nursing home and at the diner, so she has two different jobs. So we go to the nursing home. It's called Valhalla. So we got Asgard, the gods of Asgard, and Valhalla, and a guy and two people called Odin and Thor. Except for Thor is spelled weird, and he had to go and save Thor from his girlfriend, I guess, named Crystal, and he had to. She like goes after you like she's freaking a shark. Like you stay in the water too long during her fight. She ends up jumping at you. And the way you kill the bad guys in here, you have to use your flashlight, and then because they don't like light, and like bright them, then shoot them. And I like how that flare gun is useful in here, because that would be pretty useful during this type of stuff. And so you are trying to find a way for Alan to finish the story, and for him to, in order to beat Scratch and stuff like that, before he like takes over and like spreads his evil story across, since he might already killed two people already, Alice and Logan. I never heard Logan being a girl's name before, but okay. And for a while, I thought the TV host guy was actually David, but it's not. It's just he's just part of the door portal part, and he's just mostly, I guess, the jokey part of the. There's like two best parts that are mostly reserved for jokes in here, and that is like the commercials between the two brothers who are actually the head of the cult of the tree, and Man Behind the Curtain door, which I guess is a ripoff of like Wizard of Oz, I guess, because they even say the Man Behind the Curtain. Like I'll make sure to show that right here. And like put him against like the Wizard of Oz. And when we go to the hotel, I kept on like I don't know, I find this more scarier than Shining. I think I do. And when someone was watching me play, I said it to him, because I played with somebody else who was playing this, watching me, and he said, "This place reminds me of The Shining." Like, complete with the salad forever and ever and ever. Since they had to bring that up, and the fact they have even a room in here called 666, like, be quiet. No hotel has that many rooms. And like I know they're just trying, like 666 is like the room you don't ever want. It's like a place you never want to go to because it's the number for the devil or something like that. So like, and that room is like just pretty much all red, and you have to run away from it down to the bottom and like find somebody who's like died in a bathtub. And then you have to keep on going to the hotel, go into Alan's apartment, where you see videos of his wife. That's kind of like The Ring a little bit. We have even where you had to go down a well a couple times, like in The Ring. So, is this game not scary? Kind of and kind of not. I mean, I was on the edge of, like, my hair was standing up a lot during a bit, not knowing what's going to happen. But since most of it was jump scares, so yeah. And it did make me jump once. And I did cuss at the screen one time when it said 666. Like, I did cuss at the screen. I'm not used to doing that. Like, so I don't know. I had more fun on Alan's side, and when I was playing Alan, I did Saga. Saga was fun. Mostly it was just trying to find like what is inside her mind, and you're like trying to figure out the detective stuff. But going for the forest, especially since there's like 3 different forests in this game, and I did not like that at all. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the whole show everything on here I want to, darn it. So, I did like this game, even though I'm not big into horror fans, but I'm starting to think I am because I keep on going to watching horror stuff. I just, main reason I don't like horror things because movies where you have to learn not to like the character and then you watch the character die. That's what mostly I don't like about it. There's just too much death in it. But this one, I don't think there is that much as other ones. It's more detective and a thriller than a horror stuff. And then me finding out what happens at the very end, what kept me going to see if Logan was okay. And then you have to play the game again, I guess, to find out if Logan is okay. Because when I went to like YouTube to like find what other people think about this game, I found out if you play the New Game Plus, there's new lines. They're not said originally in the first time you play it, so I guess it's worth playing it again if you want to. Because at the very end of the game, first time you play it, you don't hear Logan talk and let her mom know that she's okay, that she didn't drown, and she's has yet a nightmare. But yeah, kind of happy I'm not a mother. I don't know if I can play this game or not. So, and Casey gets taken over by Scratch by the end of it. You have to go and stop him after he leaves Alan. Yeah, because we find out that Alan is possessed by Scratch. He's not only his bad version of himself, he's actually possessed a good part of it after he thought he killed a version of him, killed like his future self. He thought was coming to save him, his wife. So, I end up going to that. And when we like find Casey, we find like the festival is actually happening. So and when we go to like one of those things that has like pictures of somebody and they're just standing there. And there's like a book called Return that Allen wrote. He like starts reading it because he has to change the script of it. Either him or Saga has to change it with the clicker. Because you had to have like art, and that's why they have at the very end, like one last battles, they have the gods of Asgard playing instruments because music is the sound of art in order to make it work. And Saga finds out that these guys are actually, one of them is her grandfather, and one's his brother, and that they weren't exactly, his grandfather wasn't exactly a great dad. Was her mom, who was Freya. So Thor's the dad to Freya instead, the other way around, or whatever. And so I do want to, maybe next time I'll play the first game in that way. I shouldn't have done this way. It sounds backwards. But I just really wanted to play for that scene where that they showed at the New Awards. And I did make a little joke when they get to the awards too. Like Nan likes, do you like? Oh, they like think the Academy and stuff like that. So I do like. So I don't know if I'm gonna start. It's the first one of the few times I actually beat a horror game besides Resident Evil, but I don't know. Those ones are I consider this a little bit different from that since it's not the same as since those two are both horror things, but they're two different types of horrors. One has to do with zombies, and one has to do with detective work. So yeah. So when I get it, what kind of score do I give this game? Even though I can't talk for a whole entire hour, even though I would like to. I'm probably gonna give this one like an 8 out of 10, since it is way too easy to get lost. And I know some people want me to write scripts for this, but when I write scripts, like when I went to school, I would always forget words. My mind moves way too fast for what I'm writing down. So, yeah, even like her husband ends up, her husband, David, who's not even in, we never get to see what he looks like. His mind changed by the end and actually believes that his daughter drowned. And even Casey thinks that for a moment. Only, and that, his look, Saga gets thrown into the water near the end and almost gets taken to the place where Alan was, and you have to find a way out of there. And then that's when the Wizard of Oz references, and then you have to get pictures of Alice there and talk to Alan in the talking place, in the mind place, and that's when the game ends. And it ends with Saga shooting Alan because Scratch leaves Casey and goes inside of back into Alan. But in the New Game Plus, you find out that he's okay, and Alice might still be alive because she returns tonight. Like Bright Falls after the words, and there's like talk of there being a third game, but the fact that it took them like 13 or 14 years to do this one, I don't know if it takes that long to do the third one, it may not want to even bother. But since this one did get a lot of words, they might have come out sooner. So, yeah, there you guys go. So, sorry, I hope my audio is a lot better this time. So, like, favorite, and subscribe, and goodbye.
What the hell? From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury.
And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say.
Drawn to stories early on.
My dreams would light up my imagination,
And you had nightmares night and day.
yeah, but with the clicker I chased those frights away.
Who knew?
So true.
So here is the clue of hope to remember. Visions, they come true. A band
Stories of crime and chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers.
It was all too much, I had to get away.
But there is more to it than meets the eye.
I never meant for it to ruin my life that way.
Would you say you lived a jaded lie?
Dark shades could never save the day.
So sad,
but true.
repair, safe like replace.
If you get a big old crack like this, trust the pros.
He could write a new story like Tom's ain't before him, and maybe they'd be happy once again. Just one shot, one more chance for him to save their marriage away from the city, a romantic getaway. Still he's a torchbearer, and it couldn't be much clearer. A war needs its warrior, true and right. The darkness within him held her hostage. Had he seen her drowning, would have saved her from the darkness of the lake. didn't see that coming. A vision. Such a dark place, am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo scenes to seek out again and again, until I figure it out, to bring this song to its end. I gotta figure it out and bring this song to its end. You have to find your way out to bring this song to its end. And I thought this place couldn't get any stranger.
Champion of light, herald of darkness, lost in the champion of light,
Catchy, right?
herald of darkness, lost in the
I don't have time for this, so let's get over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky. You know? There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our Night Springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wig.
Whatever you say.
Agent Anderson. Is that really you? Sorry, this place likes to play tricks.
Sheriff Breaker? What happened to you? How did you end up in the dark place?
I was brought here. Snatched away from the morgue by a man named Warland Dorr. Been trying to piece it together for... well, it feels like a long time now.
Who is this Dorr person?
He's here. Somewhere. I've been seeing his face in my dreams for years. This whole thing is insane. But he is much more than he seems. He's connected to all of this.
I need to get to Parliament Tower Plaza. Do you have any idea where it is?
This place, it's like trying to find your way around in a dream. I've been trying to map it, but it keeps looping, shifting. Like there are many versions stacked on top of each other. There is a page. Describes Dorr finding his way through this place. I tried to follow the steps, but no luck.
Can I see that page, Tim?
Of course. In fact, it's the page I tried to give you back in the morgue in Bright Falls. Huh. Now that I think about it, maybe Dorr brought me here to keep you from reading it. Here. I'm gonna keep looking for Dorr. The closer I get, the closer I feel to waking up. I need to find the man behind the curtain.
Warland Dorr walked across the road.
Oh, we've done what you told us. We brought you the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West. We melted her.
Oh, you liquidated her, eh? Very resourceful.
Yes, sir. So we'd like you to keep your promise to us, if you please, sir.
Not so fast! Not so fast! I'll have to give the matter a little thought. Go away and come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, but I want to go home now.
You've had plenty of time already.
Yeah. Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow.
If you were really great and powerful, you'd keep your promises.
Do you presume to criticize the great Oz? You ungrateful creatures think yourselves lucky that I'm giving you audience tomorrow instead of 20 years from now.
Oh.
The great Oz has spoken.
Oh.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great Oz has spoken.
Who are you?
Oh, I am the great and powerful Wizard of Oz.
You are? I don't believe you.